Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a reading for the sign of Taurus. Okay, so for all my Tauruses out there, this is for you. Okay, so the energy that I'm picking up on is focus, number 24 for you guys. Okay, so there's something that you need to be careful with what you're focusing your attention on, because you could be focusing on something that's not for you, or maybe you need to hone in on your focus and really figure out what it is that you want and you desire. Okay, with this card, I'm just going to read what it says. If you have been feeling scattered, now is the time to hone in on your desires. Time to be direct and very clear with your intentions. Watch your thoughts, because you are drawing into your life what you are focusing on. Okay? And we have the picture of a bow and arrow here with this card. And we know that an archer has to be very focused, very disciplined, very precise. They have a vision and they are tuned into that. They have tunnel vision, really, an archer. So whatever their target is, that's all of their focus. Okay, they don't deviate, because if they deviate, they're not going to hit their target. Okay, so you need to be careful with Taurus what you are focusing in on. Okay, and I'm going to get more messages from Spirit to exactly know the whole scope of this message, but it has to do with what you're focusing in on. Okay, let's see. Spirit is going to give me some more insight into this, and I'll get some direct messages from your angels. Okay, I just got focus in on what you want, Taurus, because if you don't, it's going to pass you by. Okay, so maybe you've been a little bit passive currently, okay, and you're not really going for what you want. Okay, maybe you're taking a back seat to what you want. Maybe you're letting other things or other priorities or other people take your focus away from what you exactly want. But Spirit is saying now is the time to focus in and hone in on what you want. And because if you don't, it could easily just pass you by. Okay? So that is a direct message from your angels. Focus in on what you want. Okay? So make your mind up first and foremost about what is it that I want. So maybe you need to be asking yourself that, because maybe other things have gotten in the way and maybe you don't know exactly what it is you want. Okay? So first step, you need to figure out what it is exactly that you want. Okay, and then you'll be able to take the needed steps. Okay, I'm getting that someone's been taking away your passion. Okay, so you could be stuck in a situation that you've really lost your zest, your passion, your fire, your drive for. Okay, or it could be a situation that you find yourself in work that you're not really passionate about. That something about that could be taking away your passion, or it could be a relationship, it could be work. Okay, take it how it resonates. Okay, so you're going to gain some clarity very soon about what it is that you want. So maybe it's been up in the air, but very soon you're going to realize what it is that you want here, Taurus. I'm getting coming to your own, and you will own it. Okay, so once you come into your own, you're not going to be indecisive. You're going to know, okay? And that's when you can really focus in on your target. Be that work, be that a relationship, okay, be that whatever you want, whatever, or need, okay? Okay, I'm getting that someone has been a bad influence on you. Okay, so if that doesn't really apply to you, then just leave that message behind. But for those who it does apply to, someone has been a bad influence. So maybe they've been taking all your focus away from where it should be. Okay? Your arrow is not pointing in the right direction to get exactly what you want because of someone else. I'm getting, don't let that person tell you what you want or what you need. You know. I'm getting, come to terms with yourself and then everything will fall into place. Okay, so maybe you need to go into hermit energy and really come to terms with what you want and what you need. So do some soul searching because maybe you have a lot of people in your ear telling you what they think, what they want, or how this should be or how this should go type of scenario here, Taurus. But you need to go inward and really find out if what they're saying is true and in alignment with you, or if it's not in alignment with you. I'm getting test the waters. Okay, so maybe there's something new you need to step your foot into. Some new exploration, some new endeavor. Maybe put out some feelers. Maybe make a move in a different direction. Maybe talk to some different people. Find different resources. I'm hearing carry your focus with you and you will find your dreams. Okay, so once your focus is in the right place, Taurus, we know that you're a very grounded, and you could be stubborn. Tauruses can be very stubborn. So once your focus is honed in on something, you're not going to let someone tell you what's what. Okay, you're going to be determined. And being stubborn can be a good thing when it's directed in the right area. Okay? And you're going to find your dreams once that focus is in the right place. Spirit is saying. Okay, so you just got to make sure your focus is directed where you want it to be going. Okay? Okay, I'm getting the time has come for you to feel at peace. So maybe you're feeling very conflicted. There's this chaotic energy around you. Maybe, and that's why you can't focus because there's a lot of chaos around you. There's conflict. There could be competition. There could be difficulties. There could be drama surrounding you. Something uneasy. Something that's not peaceful. So you've kind of lost your calm. You've kind of lost your tranquility. It feels like you've lost your happy place in some respects. And I feel like it's outside sources that have kind of taken away your happy place. You're taking away your focus on what you want or what you desire. Okay? And once you find that focus back, and in doing so, you're going to have to find your peace. Your focus and your peace are kind of wrapped up in each other, Spirit is saying. So once you find your peace, you're going to be able to focus in on what it is that you need. Because an archer needs a little bit of peace. I mean, it could only be like a couple seconds of peace, but they have to have a certain amount of peace in their in that moment to get to hit their target, right? So you need to find that peace, that solid footing, or the stability to hit your target. And then that target is your dreams. Okay, whatever dream it is that you're reaching for, your peace and focus have to go hand in hand here to find it here, Taurus. Spirit is saying. Okay, so we're gonna use the tarot cards now to find your opportunity. Okay, and then we'll get your advice too here, Taurus. So Spirit, can you tell me about the opportunity coming up for Taurus? What's the opportunity for Taurus here, Spirit? Okay. All right, we have the Nine of Wands. So your opportunity is, okay, you've had to endure, and maybe you're coming from a place of feeling like hurt or wounded even. But Spirit is saying your opportunity is to find your courage, your resilience, really create boundaries where you need to. And 12/12 was when I said that. So create needed boundaries and space so that you can focus. Okay? And then if you need to create a wall of boundaries around you, okay, that's okay. It's okay to say no. Don't feel bad about saying no so that you can focus on what you need to do. Maybe you've been doing too much for other people, which is not, I mean, it's good to help other people, but it comes to the point where, you got to help you too. You have to give to yourself so you can give to others. So create those healthy boundaries. Okay, because we don't want someone to, with this Nine of Wands, this person's still standing, and it's because they created these boundaries, okay, and they have support with this wand. So Spirit is saying your opportunity is to find your footing, find your support system, create the boundaries that you need to create. You are courageous. You are strong. You've been through something. Okay, here, Taurus, but you're still standing, and you've got this. Okay? Let's see what else. Okay, we have the Death card but reversed. So maybe your opportunity is that this is in your opportunity. So maybe there's something that you've been resisting, a type of ending. Okay? And since you've resisted this ending, you've lost your focus because you're having to deal with the chaos of holding on to something that you should be releasing. Okay? And your opportunity is to let go of this. Let go of this. I mean, and it might be something very difficult for you to do. It could be you don't want to let go of something here, Taurus. And you could be holding on to it because maybe you fear change. You don't want you don't know what's on the other side of the change, and you're kind of happy in the chaos. There's kind of a bit of a, I don't know, maybe that's all you've known is chaos. But with the chaos, you can't focus. 15:15 when I said that. So you've lost focus, but maybe you feel at home in the chaos because maybe you grew up in a chaotic family situation. I certainly did. And I gravitate toward drama and chaos in some regards, or in the past, I'd find myself trying to create some chaos or drama because that was all I'd known. I thought, that was natural. That became natural to me, the chaos, the drama of life. Like, because I grew up with someone who was always stirring the pot. And, so you get used to what you have to deal with, right? And you may feel at home in that, but you can't focus when that's surrounding you on what you clearly need to be focusing on. So Spirit is saying your opportunity is to transform into someone who can focus and is going to release the chaos. Okay, so this is the Death card. It's still the Death card, whether it's reversed or upright. Okay, so there needs to be some type of ending. That's your opportunity. You need to end something, and then the new can come. And when you find that new, that's where you're going to find your focus here, Taurus, and your dreams will come to life. Okay, that's. What else is the opportunity here for Taurus? Here, Spirit. Well, I dropped one. Just a sec. Okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so things could be taking place in divine timing with that Wheel of Fortune, but it's going, once you release whatever it is that you need to release here, Taurus, that's when the good is going to come. It's going to come rushing in. Okay? Now, it might not be automatic, but it's going to come. Okay? That's when things are going to take a turning point. That's when things that's when the change will happen with you. Okay? With that Wheel of Fortune, and it's going to be a good change. And you could have an air sign in your energy. We have a Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, and this could be what you've been holding on to. Now, a Queen of Swords in reverse is someone who doesn't tell the truth, who twists things to get what they want. The card says overly emotional, easily influenced, bitchy, cold-hearted, cruel, bitterness. Okay, but it doesn't have to be an air sign in your energy. It's just somebody who is embodying these qualities. Okay, or it could be some of this is you have become easily influenced. Okay, it could go both ways. You could have that type of energy. You've kind of taken on some of these qualities, or you have somebody in your energy that is influencing you negatively, okay? And it could be with lies, they're playing upon your emotions, they're out for themselves, they're creating this drama, this chaos where you can't focus, okay? And you've kind of bought into it, okay? Because it could be, maybe they're bringing something that you find familiar to the table, and it's kind of comforting in some ways. Okay, otherwise you wouldn't have it in your energy. But there's some kind of familiarity going on here, some kind of comfort with this person. Maybe you've known them a long time or from your childhood. It could be a family member. It could be like a friend from your childhood. It could be a love interest that you've grown up with, or someone who embodies somebody that's really close to you, and so you feel at home with this person in some type of way. Okay, but this person is out for themselves. Okay, and you need to release it. Release this person, this situation. They're not for your highest good, Spirit is saying. Okay? And they could be a really bad influence on you with their because we have the Three of Cups in reverse, which speaks about a gossip. It speaks about overindulgence, and that could be eating, drinking, drug use, anything that's not for your highest good. Someone who likes to isolate people or pit people against each other. Someone who turns on people easily, likes to backstab. Okay, so maybe you can't focus because this energy is taking away all your focus, and they're directing it upon themselves, upon their needs. They like to create this drama and this chaos, okay? And Spirit is saying your opportunity is to let go of the dead weight, okay? Whatever, and it could be more than one person with the Three of Cups, okay? It could be a group of people. Be that friends, be that work colleagues, be that relatives, whatever that is for you, Taurus. Okay, so let's get your advice. What is Taurus's? Okay, so Spirit wants you to guard yourself. We have the Four of Pentacles. Put up those healthy walls, those healthy boundaries. Guard your mind, your heart, your foundation here. Don't let someone tell you what you think or what you should love or like, or where you should plant your foundation or your growth, or Spirit wants you to come into your own and find your own security, your own control. And when you find your security and your control, you're going to find your focus, and then your focus leads to your dreams here, Taurus. Okay, so that's your advice, is to guard yourself in all areas. Okay. And we have Judgment card here. Okay. So Spirit is wanting you to really dig deep, find yourself, and make the right judgment call. Okay. And when you do that, you're going to enter a new phase. It could even feel like you're the phoenix rising from the ashes, like you've had a rebirth. Okay. And this could be, in some ways, forgiving the past. Okay. And then you can focus on your future once you forgive. You know, it's cliche, but when they say that forgiveness is not about them, it's about you, it's so true. Because you take back your power when you forgive. Because you're giving whoever did you dirty or wrong or hurt you, you're giving them so much energy, so much power over you when you're holding all that hostility, that grudge, that anger, that resentment, that rage. You're holding on to that, and it's hurting you. It's not hurting them, but once you release it and let it go, it's not condoning it in the least. It's just saying, this, I'm not going to give this any more energy or power over me. I'm releasing it. I'm letting it go. I'm forgiving it. I'm moving forward. I'm going to focus on where I want myself to be, not what happened here. Okay? And in doing that, in showing that mercy, okay, you can enter that new phase, that new beginning that your Spirit is wanting you to have. The beginning where your happiness is. Okay, so make the right adjustments, make the right judgment call here, Taurus, and you're going to thrive. Okay, so that's your advice moving forward. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I thank you, all my Tauruses. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.